What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Stoop Side Hip Hop. It's your girl Nina Lux. Peace. And today I'm just going to do a simple episode. I don't see a lot of people talking about this, and it's really heartbreaking to see what is happening over on the West Coast in California. Today we're going to be covering the California LA wildfires that has been going on for a few days now. And I just really wanted to take a moment to send all prayers over to the West Coast. This is really, really devastating to see so many people lose their homes. I don't see a lot of YouTubers, influencers talking about this situation, but prayers definitely need to be sent in the direction of the West Coast. Everything that is happening right now, with the music that's being dropped and everything, that's good. It is. It's really good to have all of that going on. However, the fact that these wildfires are happening and so many people are losing their entire life with these wildfires. I mean, we have celebrities and just us general people out here that are losing our entire life savings with the wildfires. Me personally, I don't live on the West Coast. I have visited. It is a very beautiful place. And to see it today, it looks like a war zone. Today, I do just want to take a moment to ask all my subscribers, all my viewers, to just send prayers to the West Coast between the wildfires and the shortage of water, and then with all the other natural elements kicking up, winds blowing the fire into other parts of California. It's there's absolutely no words. Um, I am going to go through a list of very well known names that we have grown up on, that is a part of our culture in some form or another. People that we grew up watching on TV, people that we grew up listening to on the radio, all these people, uh, ordinary people that we just see every day walking down the street, are being affected by these fires. And I did just want to take a moment to just touch base on that, to bring perspective to how devastating what's happening over there is. I don't think, those of us that don't live on the West Coast grasp exactly what is happening over in California. Yes, California does have wildfires every year. They have multiple wildfires every year. However, this year, this one is quite different. Wildfires are popping up in areas that are not known to have wildfires. And to see so many people be affected by this is absolutely heartbreaking. Me personally, I learned of the wildfires late last night. Um, I try to stay away from the news because it's so depressing. However, there was a post on Twitter yesterday that stuck out to me, and it came courtesy of Hitter J3 when he was like, prayers up for LA, and it got me wondering, like, what is going on? What is happening over in LA that is so bad right now? So I started doing some research, LA. And the moment that I typed in LA fires came up. And when I looked at the map of what has been burned and the areas that the fire is in and spreading to, it became so clear that yes, my channel is for the music. My channel is for the culture of hip hop. However, these wildfires, it not only affects hip hop musically, but it affects hip hop mentally and emotionally. Because believe it or not, whether we want to admit it or not, many of our favorite artists live on the West Coast, whether it be music, film, stage, it doesn't matter. Many of our people that we look up to are out there in California. And again, I really just wanted to take a moment to send prayers their way. They need all the prayers and all the help that can be afforded to them. Based on the reports that I have been seeing and reading, is that these wildfires is the worst that they have seen in decades. And that's that says a lot. Especially, I came up in a time where I was able to see the devastation of the LA riots and things like that. And even with the LA fires last year, California fires last year, it wasn't as bad as it is this year. And when you look at the map of where the fires are, it is definitely it's bad. It's bad. Any way that the West can be supported through this horrible, horrible time, definitely lend your helping hand. So many people have lost their homes. The death toll is rising due to these wildfires. And at this moment, it's not a east. Sorry about that, guys. Bit of a technical difficulty. But as I was saying, we're going to go through some of these names of celebrities that we know have currently lost their homes due to these wildfires. So, first we have up is Paris Hilton. Um, she has a home in Malibu, and it's sad to say that she was sitting with her family and watching on the news as her home burned. That's a horrible feeling, to watch everything that you've worked hard for go up in flames. Next, we have on our list is Mandy Moore. You may recognize her from This Is Us. She's lost her home. Billy Crystal, someone that I definitely grew up watching in the culture. uh, Thinking back on watching him on TV coming up as a kid, how he would have me in tears, especially with Young Guns. That was an awesome movie. I loved him in Young Guns. And, you know, to see him lose everything. Eugene Levy is another one. You may recognize him from starring in the movie with Samuel L. Jackson, The Man. That was an awesome movie. Definitely kept me laughing. But he's more well known as the star of Schitt's Creek. So, yeah, he also watched his home go up in flames. Next, we have Steve Guttenberg. Who does not remember Steve Guttenberg? Like, come on. Like, if you from my era, you know. Um, Definitely sending prayers that way. Next person that we have that has lost her home in the Los Angeles fires is Melissa Rivers, which is the daughter of the late Jones Rivers. Joan Rivers, I do apologize for that. Rest in peace, Joan Rivers. She was absolutely phenomenal as a comedian, as a talk show host. I remember growing up watching her on TV as well. Her and her daughter definitely had an amazing relationship that they allowed to play out in front of us during Joan Rivers' later years. Uh, but she's definitely can use some prayers to not only have lost her mom, just a few years ago, but to now lose her home to these devastating wildfires is a bit much. From the outside looking in, this is definitely a horrible situation for all those involved. Carrie Elves, the next one, that has lost his home in the wildfires. And the sad thing about this is that a lot of these people, not just the celebrities, but just ordinary people, had to stand by and watch everything they worked their entire lives for go up in flames. I just ask that anyone that watches this video, whether you subscribe to the channel or not, is not important at this time. What is important is that you send prayers over to the West Coast if you are capable of helping in any shape, form, or fashion, please do so. When things like this happen, it's not an East Coast thing, it's not a West Coast thing, it's not a black thing, it's not a white thing. It is a us thing. And that's one thing that I think is the important message that I'm trying to relay, is that no matter what things we have between us that separates us, there is so much more that connects us. With that being said, I do want to send all prayers, Godspeed to the West Coast. In the words of the late Tupac, keep your head up. Things do look dim now, but they will get brighter. You've been hurt, you've been down before, but you're going to be all right. Nothing can ever replace what has been lost during these fires. My only true prayer is that my prayers reach an ear, that my prayers bring some sort of salvation to this moment, because this is so heartbreaking. And I'm trying to stay away from the news in regards to this, but this is not something that can be ignored, period. you know uh there have been lives lost, and I do want to send my condolences and all of my heartfelt prayers to the families of those who have lost their lives with this fire. YouTube, I appreciate you for giving me a platform to at least bring some comfort to the moment. Words can never help in this situation. However, I do pray that somehow the message gets out there to those who are going through this, that you're not alone, that you have a nation behind you. No matter what separates us, there is a nation behind you that will stand with you. Again, I just ask that anyone that watches this video, whether you like, subscribe, or share, it does not matter at this moment. What does matter is that you send those prayers and you send them Godspeed. And with that being said, YouTube, I'm sorry, I'm about to call you Facebook. But with that being said, YouTube, again, this is another episode of Stoop Side Hip Hop. This is your girl, Nina Lux, and we are out of here. Peace.